I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Greetings, fellow mortals. Just a reminder, saying it's just my opinion is for cowards afraid of being hated. And honestly, the thought of people seething in anger over a mild YouTube take is hilarious to me. Back in 2022, I was obsessed with the apparent tailspin that was Warner Brothers Discovery. It seemed like they were constantly making terrible decisions, and that did not change much in 2023. I just lost a bit of interest in it because I refused to see The Flash or Aquaman 2, and a lot of other people felt the exact same way. But now that that's over with, I'm willing to pay attention again, and oh my god, they're getting rid of Rooster Teeth of all things. RWBY and Red vs. Blue. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of either of those. They have their good parts and their lame parts. But even then, I couldn't imagine shutting them down. They're a license to print money. And they're shutting down Adult Swim games. Why? I stopped paying attention to Rick and Morty. Does it not make money anymore? Can you not make mobile games of your various things? Can you not make a platformer with Rick and Morty in the style of Battle for Bikini Bottom? Rick and Morty was made for that kind of thing. What is going on? Why aren't they doing the obvious things to make money? Do they not have a single idea person over there that can pitch concepts that will get attention at low costs?
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Look, I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on RWBY, especially after the creator Monty died, but if you can't think of how to make money with the idea of RWBY, I don't know what to tell you. A high school-esque fantasy series featuring 4 distinct cute girls, a series that already has a name value. That is a license to print money right there. Do you have any idea how many companies would kill to have that? Granted, a bidding war might be profitable, but that's because there's 50 billion ways to make money off the idea of RWBY. Just reboot the series. Sometimes that's okay, especially after the weird homophobic stuff in the last season. Preserve the original seasons as the Monty edition. Show respect to that part and just restart with some respected veteran writers who can flush out the world and plot a little bit more, especially the weird tell not show discrimination philosophy against the faunus. Make it a long-running shonen type series with manga, books, spin-offs, shows, movies, and merchandise. Oh my god, they could make so much money on merch. A series focused on a bunch of young women with distinct looks, personalities, and color palettes. You could make visual novels, standalone action games, what-if scenarios where they're in regular world society. It'd be very easy to make new fans. There are always more young teenage boys that are obsessed with this stuff. Why do you think that Atlas comes with 50 million Persona spin-offs?
Shut up and take my money!
But love of storytelling, you don't even like RWBY that much. Why are you pushing this? Because I don't want to see it go away. I don't like seeing studios being shut down. There are plenty of ways for Warner Brothers Discovery to make money off of this. But love of storytelling, art shouldn't need to make money. Well, unfortunately it does in the world that we live in. I'm sorry to break it to you. To get things that you want, you have to spend money on it. And you have to accept that the series is going to be milked a little bit. And in the case of RWBY, the way to make the most money would probably be to focus on the shipping wars. And if you're not willing to put up with that, then I'm sorry, we don't get a good thing. The same thing with Red vs. Blue too. Just change the soldiers from Halo Spartans to a different universe's super soldiers. Make it a comedic universe like Helldivers. Make shows, comics, books, merch. Play off the comedy. Make it fun. Make an actual evolving universe like Warhammer 40k, video games and board games. It's a recognizable brand. Make every single person in that universe a complete moron that we can laugh at. Do something with it, for the love of God. Rooster Teeth created this from nothing. They made something that everyone recognizes. Don't just throw it away. There's so many things that you can do rather than give up.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
It doesn't help that Warner Brothers is planning on making most of their games live service from now on, most of which will bomb so hard that they will bleed money. Suicide Squad did not do well, and it will not turn around unless they make the game free and make it more fun. $70 for the most generic live service shooting I've ever seen is ridiculous. Helldivers smack them through walls. Hell, Fortnite looks more fun than this, and I'm not a fan of Fortnite. It's insane that they're going to keep trying this over and over again and be shocked that it fails. And once again, this isn't a comment on the story of Suicide Squad because I've never played it. I didn't even get to it because I was not willing to pay that much money for something that looks so bland. At the very least, Warner Brothers Discovery made the correct decision to give one person control over the DC films. I'm skeptical of James Gunn's writing style because everyone has attempted to copy him, so I don't know how he'll differentiate himself from now on. But I do love Guardians of the Galaxy, and if he's in charge, he'll make everything tie together well at least. The tones won't be all over the place at least, so that's a positive. Now, if only they could get their heads together on other DC projects, cartoons, and video games. Why isn't there a Wonder Woman game? Why wasn't Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League actually Wonder Woman Save the Justice League, where she had to rescue her allies? Why aren't there any cartoons of her facing down Greek enemies and characters? I could make similar arguments for all of the Justice League members. They're all pretty interesting if you think about it. The fact that they aren't bringing back the Justice League cartoon for an extended universe is a crime. If you don't think that Jon Stewart and the Green Lanterns across the universe are interesting, I don't know what to tell you. Read some of the comics.
Stupid is, stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
And personally, as a wrestling fan, reluctantly mind you, God, it's so hard to like this thing, I'm also concerned about how this will affect AEW. Warner Brothers Discovery has 3 shows from them, all of which are losing ratings every single year, all of which are filled with blood and cursing, all of which needs a big bump in pay in order to be profitable. What happens if Warner Brothers Discovery decides not to give them a good deal? Or what if they just scrap everything all at once and then there's nowhere for the shows to go? If Warner Brothers Discovery is willing to do it to cute anime girls and funny buff spacemen, then nothing is safe. Look, the reason that all of this matters to me is because I want alternatives and competition. I normally don't cheer for massive corporations, but this is when I make the exception, because who's going to buy Warner Brothers Discovery if they go under? Best case scenario is Apple. Worst case scenario is Disney. Either way means less competition. More monopolies and corporatism is bad. A few big companies are bad for everyone. I'd be willing to give ideas away for free if they would be willing to get out of their own way and do the obvious things. This shouldn't be difficult. Just stop trying to do get rich quick schemes. Hire writers, directors, and developers who know what they're doing. Make quality stuff. Then you'll make as much money as you can pocket. And I just remembered that they're not doing anything fun with the Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes, for God. I just see them doing nothing with good ideas and just canceling everything, and it makes me frustrated. Not really angry, I reserve that for real life issues, but there has to be someone with real power in that company that can speak up and say, let's do the obvious things to make money, instead of just burning everything to the ground for no reason. Unless this is some secret conspiracy to make a monopoly of a single terrible company. But never blame something on malice when incompetence is the more likely explanation. The people on charge either need to fix their mindsets or they need to be booted out of their spots. You're welcome to disagree with all this. That's fine. After all, everyone is entitled to their objectively wrong opinion.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says.
Hey, do you like stories about an interconnected world? Then consider giving my LPCO books a try. They are all connected in some way, but you can jump in at any point, unless it's a series. Then you have to start at the beginning. But I got 3 books out right now and 3 coming next year. You will not have to wait long for content. Either way, thank you. I appreciate you. Do not despair.